Good morning. So I saw Alec Baldwin. I'll post a link to this clip, this awful clip. So he's at some event together with a lady, partner, girlfriend, wife, I don't know. And she totally humiliates him right there in front of the people, in front of the cameras. And the facial expression on Alec Baldwin. Wow, bloody hell. Okay, so Alec Baldwin, you have to leave that lady. You have to kick her out immediately. And don't get attracted to ladies like this. What are you doing? It's toxic, so toxic, right? Oh, that was bad. You know, I got together with my girlfriend 11 years ago, and we have this great, fantastic relationship. She's fantastic, my girlfriend. But I was walking into something. I was not aware of this, of course. I had no idea that I was walking into this family, this group, the folks, right? And it was like a cultural clash right there. I didn't notice it from the start, you know, we got along, right? But after a while I started to get attention on certain details, very subtle things. And I couldn't put my finger on it at the time, but later, when the whole thing turned into a mess, I started to see these things, you see. So we hang out, we did things, we had parties and stuff, right? I started to see that the men were pretty weak, and they seemed happy about it. It's hard to say, right? It's hard to say what's going on right here, but you know, it was like a feminist atmosphere in this group. So, and then the women, right? I got along with the men pretty well, and the women too at the beginning, but after a while I started to notice that they didn't really like me. See, I was different, right? I would stand up for myself. I was cocky, you know, bold. I would just speak, right? But the men in this group, they were not like this. Yeah, it was weird. And then eventually it just turned very bad, the whole thing, right? And I don't really know what happened, but I have an idea about it. I think these women, after a while, when they studied me, they didn't like it. There was something with me that they just didn't like. And they thought they had to do something about it. I don't know, of course. But if you look at the result, it was awful, really. It didn't work. Cultural clash or something. Right, so Alec Baldwin, you have to get rid of that lady. Absolutely. What are you doing? This lady is so toxic. Right, I want to read something to you. So I'm digging into what people said and what they did during COVID. And I'm reminded of this whole time period, right? And I put it on these artworks. This will be part of my art show in May. And I want to read a quote to you, all right? It's from Anthony Fauci. I sort of recognized it, but you know, reading it again and writing it down, it's a bit different. So Anthony Fauci said this back in the days. He said, there are a number of people who for one reason or another just do not want to get vaccinated. No, sorry, they just do not want to comply. That's what he said. And get vaccinated. We got to get them vaccinated, he said. And hopefully they will do it willingly. If not, there will have to be things that will essentially put pressure on them such as you're not going to work in this particular agency or institution. That happened, right? You're not going to be able to go to this college or this university unless, in fact, you get vaccinated. And I believe that once we start doing that, you will see more and more people willingly get vaccinated. Now, this is so terrible, isn't it? You know, at the time, a lot of people thought, yeah, this is fine. Listen to this guy, Anthony Fauci. What a wise man, you know. Makes sense, the whole thing. Oh yeah, we're going to put pressure on them, of course. And they will willingly get vaccinated. Right. Yeah, okay, I read another one. Right. Short one. This is from 2021, and of course you heard this one. Joe Biden, he said, you're not going to get COVID if you have these vaccinations. You know, he said this, right? And then he got COVID. I found this quote from the BBC from 2022. So just 1 year after. It says, US President Joe Biden tested positive for COVID-19 again. Yeah, I enjoy this very much. These quotes, right? Jimmy Kimmel, he said, who gets an ICU bed? Vaccinated person, come right in. Unvaccinated person who gobbled horse goo, rest in peace, Wheezy. He said this on national television. Right. That's all. Be good.